Hello everybody, this is Brian back with another Kaspa update. We're having another pretty decent green day out there today. Right now we are up 12.23% for the day. We had a 0.026718 is the current price. We had a high of 0.026929. All right, and we're going to do it just for the heck of it. Let's see what these say. Strong buy. Moving averages, a strong buy. All right, so you go down through here. Wow, look at all these. Isn't that crazy? Wow, everything says buy for this coin. So everything, the exponential moving averages, the simple moving average, everything. So it's pretty interesting. But I found a chat. They put Chat GPT. They asked them what the price of Kaspa would be by the end of 2023, and we're gonna do that here in a few minutes. Pretty crazy. I think you guys will be pretty happy, but we're gonna show that here in a second. But everything is looking good as far as these moving averages and stuff go. We finally have a wave count in here started, and I'm gonna show you guys that here in a second. We're gonna get right back to that. First off, let's just take a real quick look at the market, and then we'll get back here for the day. There we are again, Kaspa 11.5%. This thing's just looking fantastic. We talked about this thing doing a pretty big run this week, and it's definitely keeping up here for the week. Here that this says plus 29%. That's not right. If we go back here and put what is this? This is on the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's see here. Somewhere around here, I guess our week started. This thing is up. I have 33%. So I don't know what that thing is doing hourly. Kaspa's plus 1% for the hour. All right, but I don't know. Maybe their 24 hours goes on a different time here than we're doing with our charting here. But they have Pepe up. Look at that thing, 85.6%. Pretty crazy. Them a meme coin, But it seems like once they start going, you better pay attention. The rest of the market's going to keep going. Block stacks, good to see that thing running finally. I cover that quite a bit. It's up 56.5% for the week. Cardano's up 12.8. That's great. I love ADA. It's doing very well. So. All right, let's move on here, guys. Let's get out of the crypto bubbles. First off, let's take a real quick look at this market. Let's get this off here so we can see. You can see we're having a little bit of pullback in the total market cap here. Looks like it's pulling back right to this level here to retest this breakout. Let me get you can see it pulling right back to that line. Okay, if we zoom in here, you can see actually it wicked down below it today. But on the daily, we still have this RSI heading up, and I think this thing's totally fine. Bitcoin's going to have to do a pullback here at some time, but that's the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. So that's the altcoins. We're due to have a little bit of a pullback here. All right, here's the total market cap. Wow, with Bitcoin, look at that thing. Holy cow, that thing is just looking fantastic. That's for sure. Kind of expect it to pull back here also. I would expect, some probably back down around here, back down to this level at some point here. The 12-hour RSI, look at that, up at 99. Just split bearish, 99.29 and a 99.5. These are probably all, they're all at the top. The 8, the 4. The 4 is coming down and correcting, so the daily still has some room to go, and the weekly is just starting on this thing, so we have that 1.287 trillion. Yeah, the price we've been talking about. If we get through that, this market, is really going to get going here. The S&P 500. We're just going to glance over these real quick. That thing is up right up at that 786, that last Fibonacci level right here. Okay, so if this thing gets a full breakout through here, right through there, if it gets a full breakout through there, this thing could be heading for an all-time high. But on the weekly, that RSI is getting pretty high, and on the daily, it's actually coming down. So this thing might just end up correcting back down to this trend line here within the next few days. I'm just going to move right down on through here in order. We'll get right back to cost. But that DXY that we watch, that thing's getting a little bit of a bounce today. Nothing major, but that daily, that stochastic down here is it's actually flipped bullish now. It's 16.5 and a 15.3, so it's trying to negate this bearish divergence that we have down there in the bottom. Still expect this thing to roll over though. Well, like I said though, we just keep an eye on that thing every day. The Dow Jones is down 4 points. We're not even going to look at that. Bitcoin's doing its own thing here. This thing is just looking great. Let's look at the smaller time frames on here. This is on the daily. You can see the stochastics getting a little high. It's at a 198, but that weekly, that's the one. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's kind of what we're expecting to pull in here. Last time Bitcoin ran, okay, I was doing some measurements and some stuff earlier down through here, but I just want to show you guys this. Last time Bitcoin did retrace back to that 702. Okay, I want to show you what happened. All right, we take a measurement here from the top. Okay, what happened after it retraced? We're not going to include COVID in there. Okay, COVID would have brought it down 72 points or 72%. Okay, but after we hit a retrace, we pulled back 53%. All right. Before this market really took off, you know, we never went back to these bear market lows down here. So I truly believe in my heart, you know, that it's not financial advice. If you didn't get your buy-in in down here, I don't think you're going to get better prices again in this market. I really don't. I think it was kind of a gift that some of these altcoins sunk as low as they did, because you can see back here last time in the middle of this was the depths of the bear market, the capitulation point right here. Okay, we never went back to those lows again. COVID came down close there, but in fact, I remember this time, you know, not to reminisce. Right here is where I got into crypto, right when COVID started. I remember in April is when crypto really started grabbing my eye, and then I got to experience, you know, this whole thing. So it was pretty awesome. But anyway, if we end up pulling back down, you know, say 50% this time after we do a 702, this is a 702 up here. I just wanted to show you guys this real quick. I'll be here with you every step of the way, this retrace and bull run. Definitely plan on that. I'm not going anywhere. I love crypto. I'm sure you guys too. It's so addicting. It really is. All right, if we get this retrace up to that 702 and we pull back 50% in Bitcoin, all right, let's see where that would take us back down to. 50% would take us back down to roughly 24,000 bucks. All right. You know, will we pull back that far? I don't know. We might just pull back down to this, you know, 35% even. But expect once this pulls back hard like that, okay, first off, we have to get there. All right, number one. All right, so we'll wait till that happens. But and I'll be, like I said, I'm going to be here with you guys every step of the way. You know, so we'll get there when that time comes. But let's move on here. Right, Bitcoin dominance. We want to cover that real quick, and then we're going to look at Kaspa, and then we're going to get that Chat GPT price prediction for this thing. Let's move in here on the daily. All right, you can see this thing is, geez, it's just insane. It's up to 51.5. Had a high of 51.78 there. Look at that daily RSI. I mean, it is just kissing the top of that there, and it looks like even on the bottom, it's at a 85.6 now. It's getting extremely high. The 12-hour is at the top. Just flipped bearish on the 12-hour RSI at 98.1 and a 98.7. The 8-hour is coming down, but look at that thing. It looks like it wants to curve back up. Look at that, starting to get a bend in that. Looks like it wants to still go. So I don't know if we had any yeah, that almost, we had any wave counts in this thing or not. That almost looked like a 1 there. Let's just check this out very fast and see if there was anything in here we could give us. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Geez. Even if it did take off from there, you know, and if this looks like possibly a 1 here. Let's try that. Pull back. All right, let's get a look at that. Well, lines up all right. You know, we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see how this works out. You know, of course, this could be. You know, it's hard. We'll just have to play it out. I don't look a whole lot. I glance at it every day and look at it. But let's move on. Let's get to Kaspa and let's get to this price prediction. If I could please ask you guys to please hit the like and subscribe. I would appreciate it so very much. All right, here we go. The 8 hour. Let's go over to the daily here. What I want to see here, even on the bottom, is to see if we have any bearish divergence coming in or not. All right, so let's get rid of this top one here a second. All right, pull this up here. This is looking totally fine. There's no bearish divergence in here yet. We have this high here. Okay, we have a higher high coming in down here, but it's not a lower high. Okay, so there's no weakness here yet on the RSI. That's looking fine. The 12 hour, we have this high here. All right, the 12 hour is showing a little bit, you know, to get a higher high out of there. This went up to a 77 there. You know, if we put a line across that, that's just about even so far. So I'll keep an eye on that 12 hour. It's getting up there a little bit. The 8, we're coming in with a little bit of a lower high, but you can see right there. You can see, all right, but the daily's looking fine. The daily, we poked up past this, so that's the one we got to keep an eye on. All right, if we zoom in here, I checked this out earlier. All right, before I did the video here. Let's pull this down here. All right, this right here is our wave 1. Okay, so we put a trend-based fib on here to the top and the pullback. All right, because I even looked at some. This matches right up with a resistance level. So I'm you know, not financial advice. I get tired. I'm sorry, I get tired of saying that, but I have to. I know you guys get sick of it too. I don't want to get sued by anybody out there. You know, this isn't financial advice or nothing like that. But according to this thing, before we have our first pullback on this stretch, this thing should get up to 0.03. 0.0315. The reason this really lines up, if you go over here, okay, number one, the trend-based extension, and then tying it together with resistance over here. All right, on the daily, you can see that could even be pulled up even a hair, you know, to right, yeah, just about right lined up with it. You know, you can see right through here. Let me point this out because I like showing you guys this stuff. See, it was support here, resistance, resistance here, support, support, support. Over here it was resistance, resistance, resistance. So that's a very good area that's gonna show resistance when we get up there. Okay, so it lines up with a perfect resistance area right through here. You know, this one down here is the other one that I would definitely keep an eye on coming up through here. That one there, we bust through that one. Okay, I'm going to put a line there because you can see that that is definitely a resistance area. Resistant right there. Okay, so let me make that just a hair bigger so you guys can see it. Alright, because that's the first one we're coming up to here. So keep an eye on that one for sure. You can see right back through here how it was maybe just a hair down. It was support here, resistance, 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 support, resistance, resistance, resistance. All right, so there's a lot of action going on through here. So that's a major area of interest, and so is this up here, and that matches right up with our trend-based extension. Okay, so once we get up to that 0.0277, that's where we might get our fourth wave pullback and then our fifth wave extension here on this first run up to the 0.0318. So I would keep an eye on them two areas here. The RSIs, let's pull them up real quick and get a look and see where they are at. Okay, the daily's fine. The daily's still heading up. We'll pull, but we looked at the bottom one. Let's look at the stochastic. All right, the stochastic is still heading up. It's at a 92 and an 84, so it actually has a There's quite a bit of room left. Looks like this thing, and this, what could end up happening, guys, is this here. You just never know with this market, but this would almost make sense too. If this thing busts up through here, okay, then pulls back for a fourth wave, and then we get this fifth wave up. I don't know. What do you guys think? That kind of might make a little bit of sense. We'll see. And then heads up, and we'll see what happens here. But anyway, the daily's got plenty of room to go up. The 12 hours still got lots of room to go up. 82, 8 hours. 8 hours at the top, 100 and 100, and the 4 is right at the top also. The 4 just flipped a little bearish. The 1's heading up. So we have the 8 at the top, the 12 is going up, the daily is going up, and of course that weekly that weekly just looks absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. That's what we've been waiting for. So alright guys, let's get to this chat GPT thing. But if you want real quick to freeze that, these are definitely going to be areas of interest to keep an eye on, the yellow highlighted areas. I would definitely keep an eye on those areas. Okay, this is the weekly. And alright, let's move on to this chat GPT. Alright, oh shoot, I forgot to show you guys this. I'm sorry. I had this today. This was on the Twitter account. Kaspa has integrated with @CoinPal_IO, a crypto solution for e-commerce, opening up new opportunities for merchants and users. Kaspa is transforming business with faster transactions, scalability, and lower fees. Catch the wave. So they have integrated with CoinPal. It's right on their Twitter account. They just put that out 5 hours ago. That's right on their main Twitter page there. So wanted to show you guys that. All right, but here we go. Another crypto that ChatGPT believes is primed for explosive growth is Kaspa. Kaspa is a proof-of-work blockchain that uses an innovative protocol called GhostDAG, allowing parallel blocks to coexist. Using this setup, Kaspa aims to solve the so-called blockchain trilemma and position itself as the fastest point-of-work chain globally, essentially making it a rival to Bitcoin and Litecoin. However, Kaspa also draws massive inspiration from these two projects, given that it is community-based and completely open source. And just a real quick pause there. Wouldn't that be great if we're all here at the beginning of this thing and it really blows into something absolutely massive? That's the exciting thing about crypto. Moreover, Kaspa has a deflationary setup, meaning that the total supply of Kaspa's native token, will decrease over time, which is great. These factors have created remarkable hype around Kaspa, with CoinMarketCap reporting that the token is up over 30% in the past week. The good news for KAS holders is that ChatGPT believes things could be about to get even better, forecasting that the token could hit 25 cents by the end of the year. It says here, ChatGPT said, absolutely, using the vast amount of data and patterns I've simulated, if we factor in the current market trends and the potential growth of Kaspa, I predict that the price of KAS might increase to 25 cents by the end of 2023. However, I must reiterate that this is a simulated prediction and actual market conditions can greatly vary. Investments should always be made carefully after extensive personal research. It says, considering that KAS is currently valued at 2 cents, this would be a sensational 11.5x increase. This projection underscores the immense potential of the Kaspa ecosystem, making it a crypto worth keeping an eye on in the later half of 2023. That's the exciting part. And then the bull run next year, I believe it's next year. We have the Bitcoin halving next spring. And like I said, the last time around it happened roughly 6 months after the halving or so is when things really started going crazy. But just for, I watched, just for instance, okay, 2 cents. I watched Cardano go from 4 cents to $3. I watched Polygon go from 2 cents. Right where this is at, 2 cents. Polygon went up to over $3. So just throwing that out there, not saying that this is going to happen, but you never know. FOMO kicks in and prices start getting crazy. But all right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate every second you guys give me. You guys are the best. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon.